Hi there everyone, hope you're doing well. I welcome you to this video which we have created on top exam questions or top 10 issues or top issues that can come up in the exam for you. This is very specific to the May 2023 and August 2023 case study exam. It's something which we are able to predict, which we are able to understand after going through the pre-scene very many times in depth, and because of the knack of knowing what they asked in the past and knowing what they can ask depending on the company's structure, depending on the pre-scene information, we have curated a list of topic areas from your E1, P1 and F1 syllabus which we feel are important and which we feel can come up in the exam. Before I begin, it's important for us to know that Finntutors has recently received the Global Excellence in Pass Rate Award. This is something that we achieved throughout the year of 2022, and that is why we got recognized for this. There are strict restrictions and rules that we have to follow and consistently deliver high pass rates, which we have done. And only 6 other tuition providers in the entire world have this recognition. Finntutors is part of this group now. So you can 100% rest assured that you're in the right place, you're learning from the right tutors, you're following the right material, and you are bound to pass the exam if you follow the instructions that we give you. So now you might be wondering, how do we accumulate these topics? Is this just, a guess game? We just guess and, some of those topics come up in the exam? That is not true, and that cannot deliver results. Results only come when the tutor has worked hard and when the student has worked hard. So from our end, we accumulate these topics by understanding the pre-scene. We are pre-scene experts. We have a full 70-page detailed pre-scene analysis document and a 3-hour pre-scene explanation. That is the depth that we go into when we take up a pre-scene explanation. And because of that, we are able to understand the underlying theme of the pre-scene, understand what they're trying to tell us, understand and dissect the topics that can come up. We focus on the SWOT analysis. We develop our SWOT analysis. We develop a SWOT on the company to understand, okay, what are the weaknesses and what are the issues, what are the strengths of this company, and what questions can be framed around it. Then we obviously use our experience and expertise to understand exam favorite topics. And the most important thing is we create 25 questions, which is over 70 topics being tested. No other tuition provider in the entire market does 70 topics or 25 full questions. There are other tuition providers that do 50 questions or 50 topics, because for each question they'll have one task. For my questions, they're exactly like the exam. They'll have 2, 3, 4 tasks. So you're being tested for over 70 topics when you study with us. So first thing is, obviously, we do the pre-scene analysis with you. We give you the revision material. We identify the important topics. And then we test you on those important topics in exactly exam-styled scenarios, in an exactly exam-styled method, and make you write mock questions which are professionally marked, checked, and corrected by our experienced team. So it's a full-fledged learning process, and obviously that is why we get our results. That is why students find our course helpful, and that is why students are successful in their exam attempt. So just identifying the topics is not enough. Just going through the pre-scene is not enough. Actually practicing those topics in the 45-minute time limit and getting your answers marked professionally is the way forward, is something that you have to work on, is something that you have to learn, and that is what our course does. So all of the topics that we identify are automatically tested upon through our mock questions. So once a student signs up with us, automatically all the important topics will be tested for that student one by one when we start our mock questions at the right time. We will give you the right practice to make sure you are successful. So now, important topic area 1. Please remember that the topics that we have identified over here, there is no trajectory as in topic 1 being most important, topic 5 being less important, topic 10 being least important. No. All the areas we identify and all the topics that we will test you as part of our mock questions are important. One is not more important and the most likely to come up in the exam, nothing like that. All of the topics that we have identified are important and do have a chance of coming up in the exam, and we will cover them one way or another through our mock questions. They will be covered up in that way. What we want you to understand is, as part of this video, we'll show you 2 of our important topics. All the other important topics we have covered in our mock questions, and you will be tested on them, and they are they will be challenging in a way. They will get you ready for the exam. First topic is risk related decision making. You need to keep in mind that Trax Europe, our company, after going through the pre-scene, you'll understand is currently situated in Europe and focusing on Europe as its major market. So there are many risk related questions that come up. So what type of questions can you expect? You can expect questions with different payoff or cost based tables, and then they'll ask you to present an analysis with decisions which you only have to explain. They'll never ask you to create a payoff table. They'll never ask you to create a cost table. They'll give you the table. You'll just have to explain it. For example, Trax Europe is currently buying from X supplier the steel. Now it's shifting to supplier Y. So they'll create a cost based table on the cost of purchasing different quantities of material, and then they'll tell you that according to your risk decision, which supplier should we go with. So if you're a max decision maker, you'll go for the supplier with the lowest cost, for example. Now this is directly from your P1 syllabus. So if you haven't revised your P1 syllabus, you will not be able to provide this answer. You will not be able to be part of a productive answer writing method. So when we identify a topic, it is the student's job to revise that topic, have knowledge about that topic. And that is what mock questions are all about. So they can give you different payoff tables relating to our company Trax Europe. Same way, like I said, decision criteria, different risk attitudes can also be asked. They can give you a decision tree. For example, you are going forward with a new investment. You need to make a decision whether I should go with decision A or decision B. And they've given you a whole decision tree. You may have to explain it. You know what a circle means or what a square means. You might have to explain each part of the decision tree. So you'll need knowledge from your P1 syllabus, the last chapters. Again, you can be asked to analyze a new investment and risks involved in that investment. So this is straight from your P1 syllabus. It is an important topic when I consider Trax Europe, and you must revise the P1 last chapters, especially the concepts of expected value, standard deviation, risk attitudes, risk decision criteria. Rest assured, we will be testing you on these topics in our mock questions, but this is just to give you a head start in terms of thinking in the right direction, thinking that these topics can come up in the exam. Along the road of the example that I just gave you of the supplier decision, any scenario can be created. If you know your company, if you've done your P1 syllabus, then writing is the mechanical part which we'll train you to do. But knowing the company through our pre-scene is your job. revising P1 through our material is your job. We cannot do that for you. So this is important topic 1, risk related decision making. Topic number 2, which we have identified is important for Tracks Europe, looking at the company, looking at the company's way of functioning. When you go through the pre-scene, you'll figure out that the company has some automated processes in its manufacturing process, and it has some manual processes as well. Also, when there is a manual process involved, obviously human intervention means that there might be some delay, or there might be some wastage, or there might be some usage issues. So your variances related to idle time, your variances related to capacity planning, your variances relating to raw material handling come into the picture. Same way, our company buys and then stores the material, has finished goods and then stores the material. Now, when you are buying material, obviously there can be a price variance. So your material price variance comes into the picture. You budgeted something, but the price of steel became something. So for Tracks Europe, variance analysis is pretty prominent in the entire pre-scene, and I just gave you 2 examples of it. So what type of questions can come up? A very common question is where different tables will be given with the variances already calculated. They'll tell you material price variance is this much, for example. You will have to tell them why this could have happened. Why is this variance adverse? Why is this variance favorable? You will have to come up with explanations for that. This exam is all about explanations and is all about justifications. So how you justify, how you detail, how you explain is very, very important. They'll give you the variances. You have to explain them. So different types of variance is given. And then reason for the favorable variance or the adverse variance is a very, very common question. So material variance, labor variance, overhead variance, fixed overhead variance is very important. This is again straight part of your P1 syllabus. You must very clearly know why a variance occurs and why favorable variance occurs, why an adverse variance occurs, and what each variance means. From the P1 syllabus, this is a vital area for us to not overlook. So this was a quick sneak peek into the entire video. The first 2 issues have been discussed with you. We have another 8 issues that we have already identified, already broken down, already explained, and ready to go. These issues are then tested upon in our mock exams, and a whole variety of other topics are also tested. Each mock exam is marked, checked, and corrected personally by our team. So I hope you found this material helpful. If you haven't signed up with us already, there are lots of options to help you sign up on our OCS page, on our website. I'll leave the link for the website in the description below, or I'll leave it in the comment section below. You can have a look at it, you can go through it, and I'm sure you'll find it helpful. If you have any questions, please do let us know. Our email is help@finntutors.com. It's very simple, just write to us. Somebody from the team will definitely get back. Thank you.